Hey friends, do you feel stuck watching others succeed while you work just as hard but stay exactly where you are? By the end of this conversation, you will understand the exact mental shift that separates dreamers from achievers. Miss even one principle we discussed today, and you might spend years chasing success with the wrong blueprint. Let's dive straight in. Hi, Surin. You have studied one of the most life-changing books ever written, a book that created more millionaires than any mentor in history. What made you pick up this book?
Honestly, Sia, I was frustrated. I kept seeing people around me getting ahead while I was working twice as hard. Someone told me this book has 13 principles that can change everything. So I thought, let me see what is so special.
And did it live up to the hype?
It did, but not in the way I expected. The book made me uncomfortable at first. It forced me to admit that my biggest problem was not lack of opportunity. It was lack of burning desire.
Wait, burning desire? We all want success, right? What is different about burning desire?
That is what I thought too. But the author explains that wanting something and having a burning desire are two completely different things. Wanting is passive. Burning desire is when you are willing to sacrifice everything to achieve your goal. Think about it like this. If I tell you to wake up at 4 in the morning to work on your dreams, most people will not do it. But if I tell you that waking up at 4 will guarantee you $1 million, suddenly everyone will wake up.
That makes sense. So desire has to be that strong?
Exactly. The author studied thousands of successful people. He noticed one pattern. Every single one of them had this obsessive burning desire for what they wanted. It was not just a wish, it consumed them.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Think about Elon Musk. When everyone said electric cars would never work, he did not just want to prove them wrong. He had a burning desire to change transportation forever. He risked his entire fortune from PayPal. He slept on the factory floor. That is burning desire.
So the first principle is having that intense desire. What comes after that?
This is where it gets interesting. The second principle is faith, but not the kind of faith people usually talk about.
What do you mean?
Most people say they have faith, but deep down they doubt themselves. The author is talking about absolute, unshakable faith. Faith so strong that it programs your subconscious mind. When you truly believe something at that level, your mind automatically finds ways to make it happen.
But, Surin, how can someone just develop that kind of faith, especially when they have failed before?
That is the hard truth, Sia. Most people never develop real faith because they let past failures define their future. The author says you have to reprogram your mind through repetition. Tell yourself every single day that you will succeed. Not just once, but hundreds of times. Write down your goal, read it aloud, visualize it.
This sounds like the third principle you mentioned, auto-suggestion?
Yes, exactly. Auto-suggestion is the bridge between your conscious mind and subconscious mind. Whatever you repeatedly feed your mind, it starts believing. Think about Muhammad Ali. He kept saying, "I am the greatest," even before he became the greatest. He was programming his subconscious mind through auto-suggestion. Eventually, his mind and body believed it so deeply that he became unstoppable.
So these three principles work together: burning desire, faith, and auto-suggestion.
Correct. But here comes principle 4, and this one hit me hard. Specialized knowledge.
Knowledge is power, right? Everyone knows that.
That is the problem. Everyone has general knowledge, but very few have specialized knowledge. General knowledge tells you that drinking water is good. Specialized knowledge tells you exactly how much water your body needs based on your health condition. Most people fail because they rely on surface-level information.
Can you explain this with an example from real life?
Sure. Look at Steve Jobs. He didn't just know about computers. He had specialized knowledge about design, user experience, and how people emotionally connect with technology. That specialized knowledge made Apple different from every other tech company. While others were making computers for engineers, he was making computers for humans.
So specialized knowledge gives you an edge?
Exactly. And this connects directly to Principle 5, imagination. The author says there are two types of imagination: synthetic imagination and creative imagination.
What is the difference?
Synthetic imagination takes old ideas and rearranges them. Creative imagination creates something entirely new. If you want to be truly successful, you need creative imagination. You need to see what others cannot see.
Like how?
Think about the invention of Coca-Cola. It was just a drink, but the imagination behind marketing it, creating a brand, making it a global emotion, that was creative imagination. Or look at Walt Disney. He imagined a place where families could escape reality and experience magic. Nobody had done that before. His creative imagination built an empire.
This is powerful stuff, Søren, but I have a question. People have desires, faith, knowledge, and imagination, but they still don't succeed. Why?
Because they skip Principle 6, organized planning. Most people have dreams but no clear plan. They wake up every day not knowing what specific action to take. The author says you must have a detailed step-by-step plan. You need to know exactly what you will do today, tomorrow, this month, this year.
So lack of planning creates confusion?
Worse than confusion, it creates procrastination. When you don't have a clear plan, your mind finds excuses to delay action. But when you have organized planning, you know exactly what to do, so you just do it.
And that brings us to Principle 7, right? Decision.
Yes, this principle shook me. The author interviewed over 25,000 people. He found that most failures in life come from the inability to make quick decisions. Successful people make decisions fast and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them fast.
Wait, that's so relatable. I know people who keep changing their career path every few months because they can't commit to one decision.
Exactly, Sia. Indecision is a silent killer. Every day you delay a decision, you lose momentum. Look at Jeff Bezos. When he decided to start Amazon, people thought he was crazy for leaving a high-paying job. But he made the decision quickly and stuck with it even when things got tough.
So decision-making is a skill?
Absolutely. And it connects to Principle 8, persistence. This is where most people give up.
Persistence seems obvious, though. Everyone knows you have to keep going.
Knowing and doing are two different things. The author says persistence is what happens when your burning desire meets your willpower. Most people start with excitement, but when challenges come, they quit. Persistence means continuing even when every part of you wants to stop.
Can you give me an example of real persistence?
Think about Thomas Edison. He failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. 10,000 times. When someone asked him how he felt about failing so many times, he said he didn't fail. He just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. That is persistence. Or look at J.K. Rowling. 12 publishers rejected Harry Potter. She was broke, depressed, a single mother, but she persisted, and today Harry Potter is one of the biggest franchises in history.
Wow, these stories give me chills. But Søren, can someone really do all this alone?
That's the thing. You can't. That's why Principle 9 is the power of the mastermind.
Mastermind? What does that mean?
A mastermind is a group of people who support each other, share ideas, hold each other accountable. The author says no one achieves great success alone. You need the collective intelligence and energy of like-minded people. When you surround yourself with people who are also committed to success, their energy lifts you.
So it's about the people you surround yourself with.
Completely. Think about the Beatles. Individually talented, but together they created magic. Or think about Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Jobs had the vision, Wozniak had the technical knowledge. Together they built Apple. That is the power of mastermind.
This makes so much sense. What is Principle 10?
This one is controversial, Sia. The mystery of sex transmutation.
Wait, sex in a success book?
I know, it sounds strange, but the author is not talking about sex itself. He's talking about sexual energy. It's one of the most powerful drives humans have. The author says this energy can be channeled into creative pursuits. Many great achievers redirected their sexual energy into their work.
That's an interesting perspective. So basically, intense emotional energy can fuel success.
Exactly. Whether it's love, passion, or desire, that emotional intensity can be transformed into productivity and creativity. Napoleon Bonaparte channeled his passion into conquering nations. Beethoven channeled his emotions into creating timeless music. The point is, don't suppress powerful emotions. Redirect them towards your goals.
Okay, that makes sense now. What about principle 11?
The subconscious mind. This ties everything together. Your subconscious mind controls most of your behavior. Whatever beliefs sit in your subconscious, that's what manifests in your life. If your subconscious believes you are a failure, you will sabotage yourself. If it believes you are destined for success, you will automatically take actions that lead to success.
So, how do you program your subconscious mind?
Through repetition, autosuggestion, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. Your subconscious doesn't judge whether something is good or bad. It just accepts what you feed it repeatedly. That's why you must be careful about what you watch, who you spend time with, and what you tell yourself.
Friends, this was today's book summary. Please let us know how you liked it by commenting below. And thank you for listening to the summary till the end. If you want more practical wisdom from amazing books, visit our channel for incredible book podcasts. We break down life-changing books so you can apply their lessons immediately. See you in the next one.